Another learning day, everyone. This is your teacher Marlene and ready to discuss another topic. I hope you watched my previous videos about the laws of exponents and in particular rational exponents because those topics are introduction in our today's discussion about transforming rational exponents to radical form and vice versa. Actually, rational exponents are the beginning of radicals. Expressions with rational exponents can be expressed in radical form. Let us consider b raised to m over n as our rational exponent. Considering b as the base and m over n as our exponent, this time, let us have a detailed representation of the parts. So similarly, b is our base. Our rational exponent will be labeled into m as the numerator and n as our denominator. Now look how rational exponent will be transformed into radical form. It will be read as the nth root of b raised to m. Of course, we have the radical symbol. B is now called the radicand. M is our exponent of the radicand. And n is called index. So from rational exponent form, the denominator is the index and b raised to m is the whole radicand in radical form. Now let us see the transformation using the following examples. For example 1, x raised to 1/3. So our denominator is 3 will be used as index and 1 as exponent of radicand. So the answer is cube root of x. How about example 2? The given is 9 raised to 1/2. So the index 2, meaning we are going to use square root. So it will be square root of 9. And we all know that the square root of 9 is 3. Now let us proceed to example number 3. 8 is raised to 1/3. So similar to number 1, we are going to use cube root. So it is the same as the cube root of 8. To simplify this further, let us express 8 in exponential form, which is 2 cubed. Take note, if the exponent is divisible by the index, divide or simplify it to eliminate the radical sign. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. Therefore, the final answer is 2. Now let us look at example number 4. 16x squared is raised to 3/2. Our denominator is 2, then we are going to use square root. So the square root of the quantity 16x squared is raised to 3 because the numerator in our rational form is 3. Now let us write 16 in exponential form and the possible answers are 4 squared and 2 raised to 4. But let us choose the one with the lowest base and that is 2 raised to 4. So it can be written into the square root of the quantity 2 raised to 4 x squared is raised to 3. Then applying the law of exponent, for power of a product by multiplying the exponents of the same base. So it can be simplified to 2 raised to 4 times 3, which is 2 raised to 12, and x raised to 2 times 3, which is x raised to 6. Then observe that exponents 12 and 6 are divisible by the index, which is 2. So we will arrive at 2 raised to 12 divided by 2, which is 2 raised to 6, and x raised to 6 divided by 2, which is x cubed. And finally, 2 raised to 6 is simplified by multiplying 2 6 times. So 64x cubed is our final answer. Ready for example number 5? So the given is 3x squared y cubed is raised to 2 fifths. Looking at the denominator, which is 5, so we are going to use the fifth root of the radicand. So the fifth root of the quantity 3x squared y cubed is squared. Applying the law of exponent for power of a product by multiplying the exponents, so we will arrive at the fifth root of 3 raised to 1 times 2, which is 3 squared, x raised to 2 times 2, which is x raised to 4, and y raised to 3 times 2, which is y raised to 6. Then looking at the exponents, 2, 4, and 6 are not divisible by 5, which is our index, so we just need to simplify 3 squared. So the result will be the fifth root of 9x raised to 4, y raised to 6. Now let us take the reverse process. Let us transform the radical form to the rational exponent. Let us consider the first example. How will you write the square root of 6 in exponential form? First, look at the index. It used square root. So our index is 2, meaning this is the denominator. And 6 is raised to invisible 1. So 6 is raised to 1/2. Let us look at example number 2. The fourth root of x cubed. Now take note, the exponent of the radicand is 3 and the index is 4. So it can be written 2x raised to 3/4. Is it clear? Let us have another one. The fifth root of c raised to 10. This is the same as the base c raised to exponent 10 over the index, which is 5. So c is raised to 10 divided by 5, which is 2. So we have c squared is the simplified form. Now look at example number 4. The fourth root of the cube of 2xy. So 2xy will serve as our base, raised to exponent 3 over the index 4. This can be written into the quantity of 2xy raised to 3/4. Or we can apply the law of exponent for power of a product to obtain 2 raised to 3/4, x raised to 3/4, and y raised to 3/4. How about example 5? The cube root of x cubed, y raised to 6, z raised to 9. Observe that each variable is raised to a certain exponent. So one by one, let us divide to the index 3. So we have x raised to 3 over 3, which is 1, y raised to 6 over 3, which is 2, y raised to 9 over 3, which is 3. So simplifying, we will get x, y squared, y cubed. That's all for my discussion. I hope this video helped you understand the process of the transformation. And the real life lesson I want to share with you with the power of the transformation is that in life, when you encounter mean and hurtful people, treat them like a sandpaper. No matter how rough they may scrub you, you end up polished and smooth. This was Famous by Nishan Panwar. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.